let's do an all signs reading. Also, the moon is in Taurus currently, so if you're Taurus, you're probably going to be feeling pretty fortunate. If you're not a Taurus, hello. No, I'm kidding. No, I feel like you'll still be affected by that Taurus energy. The moon will be shifting into a full moon in Gemini in I think a couple days. I need to do more research. But yeah, anyway, enough about the moon. Let's see what these lunar placements are really doing for you. What it's bringing to light, right? I know the last couple days when it was in Pisces and Aries, I feel like I think it was like a 4 day span of like going from Pisces into Aries, like confronting our feelings and then like kind of falling straight into that taking action energy. So let's see. I'll let the cards do the talking. How about that? Sometimes I just start going off before I even drop the cards, guys. It's just part of the channeling process. All right, let's see. The Seven Star Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, and Expression. So, yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, expression. Like, I feel like right now is a good time for expressing ourselves, especially in the material realm, because the moon is sitting in Taurus, so we are going to be feeling more of that grounded Taurus energy. Tauruses are really great about like business affairs, so I feel like that should be good on that front. If you're looking to get a new job or promotion, whatever, that does seem feasible at this time. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path and be the leader you wish you had. I feel like that's important. Part of like breaking our generational curses is like, becoming the mentor that we didn't have, becoming the parent we didn't have. Really stepping into a role that, like, if we didn't have people, guiding us in the way that they probably should have. I feel like now it's kind of telling you it's your turn to kind of redeem the cycle and, help other people lead in other ways. You could also be in a leadership position. We have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. Right, so the spiritual awakenings kind of just hit, right? They just smack out of nowhere. So there could be something triggering you. With the blue flame, I would say divine masculine, right? This is something that triggers the divine masculine. Masculines, they come into it later than the feminine, right? The feminine is kind of like the first one in the scene, like awakening, right? Divine masculine is so busy putting in work and navigating life that it does take a little bit longer to be activated. Activated. So let's see what you're learning about your journey so far. We're gonna use my Wonderland Tarot deck. I love it. It's one of my favorites. And I love the tin that it comes in. Like most of my boxes are like all fuck. Let me show you. It's all ripped up and stuff. It's like I could live with more of those tin things. I need to order some. Alright, I'll shut up about me and start talking about you again. So Divine masculine, waking up, expressing yourself, leadership qualities. Alright, divine masculines are typically really good leaders. They're the ones that are feel pretty honorable, right? They like to live in their truth. They don't like to live lives of like deceit and manipulation, which is pretty dope. unless they're, there's the unhealed masculines, right? The ones that haven't tapped into their divinity. But from what I'm seeing here, you are integrating your divinity. You are waking up to yourself, your higher self. All right, so let's see it. All right, first one out that I can see is the Sun card, Leo energy. I like this. This is like letting you know, like, Spirit's gonna help you over whatever wall. If there's obstacles, if there's walls, barriers, things in the way, whatever's standing between you and your abundance, whether it's financial, emotional, spiritual, or all of them, whatever's standing in the way will be, I wouldn't say the obstacles are being removed, but you're moving over them. Let me flip these cards and see what we're dealing with here. I have to flip these up. Fascinating. So, in your recent past, I feel like you felt like you had everything, right? I feel like you felt like you had accomplished or acquired all that you were seeking or wanting in life. With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse here, it tells me that you lost that sense of abundance, right? It tells me that, like, there's this energy of having to release and let go of things that once were part of your wish fulfillment. Then we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy showing up. The Hierophant is all about learning and growing and developing and expanding, and it's kind of like having to go through something pretty hard in order to, like, grow and help you build on your character and kind of redirect you, because I see that there's some veering from, like, your path here. Five of Pentacles, feeling alone, left out in the cold, this is kind of like feeling abandoned, right? Feeling a sense of lack. And so you could have been going through, like, depression after losing this, right? With the Seven of Swords, it shows me that the reason you had to let go was due to deceit, right? Or, like, because that's the lying, cheating, stealing card, right? So it's like something deceptive going on. Yeah. The Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy, tells me you didn't want to leave, though. I feel like you put up with, and this could even be the energy of living a lie, right? Because it is the energy of lies. But so if somebody wasn't lying directly at you or to you, then I feel this energy that you could have felt like you were living a lie. The Chariot in reverse, you didn't want to have to leave that situation. You didn't want to have to walk away. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, though, it looks like you were dealing with somebody pretty fucking toxic. Queen of Wands in reverse is like somebody who lies, right? Going back to the Seven of Swords, this is also the drama queen, right? This is somebody who, like, kind of thrives on negativity over positivity, right? I would almost bet it's a narcissistic kind of situation. Three of Pentacles in reverse, you guys could have lived together, but I feel this energy of, like, no more, right? The sense of you can no longer feel like you can rely on this person. You can no longer depend on this person. And vice versa, they can't with you either because I feel you cutting this off. We have the Moon card, Pisces energy. This is talking about something coming to light, something being discovered. We'll dive into that in a bit. And then, following up, we have Nine of Cups and Two of Cups. And this feels separate, right? This is a separate kind of energy. This is like, I feel like with the Moon card, it's like you discover that the reason that something couldn't work out with another is because your wish fulfillment was somewhere else, with someone else. Two of Cups is union, right? Coming together. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So, I want to know more. I want to know more. Alright, so let's clarify this Moon card. Because I want to dive deeper into that. What is being discovered, right? What is coming to light? And I also want to know, is this a new connection or are you just like rekindling with this person? Because that kind of directs, because with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, I feel that this person, this Queen of Wands in reverse is not it, right? There's this sense of having to walk away, having to lose something, right? Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Five of Pentacles tells me that there's a sense of lack, a sense of loss. So I do feel like you've walked away from that past connection, and are moving toward a new one if you haven't already started a new one. But let's see. Kind of funny because we have the Sun and the Moon. Both are about illuminating your path too. Shedding light on something. The Knight of Cups in reverse with the Death card. Scorpio energy. What that basically tells me, clarifying the Moon, is that I feel like you're discovering that you no longer have feelings for the past, right? I feel like you're feeling like you're able to move on from that, right? And the Death card symbolizes like the ending of a cycle, the ending of a situation. So I definitely feel like you're walking away from that. You're pulling your emotions from that, and I feel like you're injecting them somewhere else. So let's clarify this Nine of Cups, Two of Cups. Nine of Cups and Two of Cups. Cups are all about emotions, right? So I feel like your emotions, like, either in the near future or in your present tense even. So we have the Six of Swords and the Two of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. What I see here, though, is with the Six of Swords and the Two of Swords is after you've walked away from your past situation, you're going to feel kind of emotionally guarded. It might be hard to open up or be vulnerable again. That's what's coming to light with these cards, is there's a sense of trying to protect your heart, trying not to be too deep, too quick, you know. There's this sense of just hella guarded energy. What's your advice? The Tower. I feel like these walls that you've built up around your heart, it's kind of like asking you to let them kind of crumble, right? And I know that's kind of a scary thing, because I read with my intuition, and And I feel like you have every right to be like guarded. You have every right to feel scared. But also, I feel like there's this energy of like you're being called to kind of like get over the wall, right? I keep coming back to this. It's time to get over the wall. Whatever's holding you back, you don't want your past to inhibit any like future happiness you could actually have. Um, this is interesting. All right, so we have Three of Wands. And it says, whether you're aware of it or not, there's this sense of like you still kind of like wait for what you want, right? You still kind of have that means of looking out, waiting for your ships to roll in, right? Waiting for what's meant for you to roll in, even if you are feeling guarded or feeling, um, I do feel this sense of still kind of hoping, still kind of looking, still kind of open to something new. And the reason that I say that is, well, with the Star card, the Aquarius card, this is like new hope, new faith, right? That's the light in the darkness. The star shines, right? You have a lot of illumination cards here. You could even be, dealing with somebody in the spotlight, or you yourself could be in the spotlight. Um, but this is the energy of like keeping the hope alive, right? This is like, even if you do have like this guardedness or you've been hurt, I fucking see that. But I feel like there's some part of you is like wanting a love that redeems what you've had to go through, right? But more than that, you want a love that's not like what you've gone through. And then we have the Lover's card, right? Gemini energy. This is obvious, right? We have the Lovers, Two of Cups, and Nine of Cups, which tells me that this is your wish fulfillment. This is the thing that you've been waiting on, right? This is the light that you have been holding out for, right? This is why, a past connection didn't work, because you're moving towards a divine union. Divine unions actually happen right after, well, not right after. Usually there's some lapse time, but if you've dealt with a really like hard like karmic situation, right? If you don't know anything about karmic relationships are tumultuous. They're awful, right? They hurt, they suck. Um, and they're magnetic as fuck, right? It's like you have a soul tie, but it's not a positive soul tie. It's like in a past life, like one of y'all stabbed the other one, and now they gotta pay. So karmic relationships are all about paying a karmic debt to somebody from your past life. So it does suck, and then you have to kind of get closure and make peace with that. Um, that's the point of them, and then you move once you're able to do that, once you're, feeling like you're doing the spiritual work, or at least you're doing the self work, right? When you start really giving love and energy to yourself, that's when your divine counterpart shows up, right? Because your divine counterpart is essentially another incarnation of yourself. Because energy transcends space and time, you can be incarnated twice in one lifetime, right? That's the theory of the twin flames. So there's this energy that like that you're finding somebody who matches your vibration. That somebody's coming in that like and they're responding to the love that you give yourself, right? They're not so much seeking, or like you're not needing to seek so much externally for validation with this individual, because it's like they respond to the love you give yourself. The more you love yourself, the more they like care about you, or dare I say love you, because love happens, right? um So yeah, this looks like this is what's coming in your near future. Right? Because I feel like in your present tense, this is where you're sitting, right? This hopefulness, this kind of like, all right, I'm open to what's coming, right? Something's got to tear your walls down. I also feel that being part of your present tense energy too is like, I feel like those walls are tumbling. I think that some aspect of you likes the vulnerability, right? And that's fair, right? Like who doesn't love the idea of love, right? The only people who really have any, negative things to say about love are actually people who've been in relationships that had a lot of lacking love, right? Because I feel like love doesn't hurt anybody. It's the lack thereof that hurts. And I feel like some aspect of you wants to be able to be vulnerable again, wants to be able to feel strongly, right? You want to be able to have a connection, but you want it to be reciprocated. You want it to be on par with what you're feeling. You want them to match your energy and kind of like show up for you in the way that you show up for your connections. I do feel like there's a sense of redemption in this. Like getting the connection that you'd probably hoped a past connection would have been. But it just didn't turn out that way. Now isn't that fascinating? Blue Tara, right? And you got the blue flame. And you have blue Tara. Chaos will give way to the higher order of love. Let there be peace in your heart. As Blue Tara looks to her right, gazing toward the future, she sees a vision of your peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure in the destiny now unfolding for you. Kalika Tantrika. Kali overcomes karma, right? Karmic relationships. We're overcoming that. Realigns us with our path when we have veered off course, reverses the momentum of negativity, and detaches draining energy cords, restoring us to full vitality. It may seem like your will is being thwarted or you're not getting what you want, but the goddess knows what she's doing. Her actions will benefit you. Trust. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you. I like this reading a lot for you because I feel like becoming vulnerable is like one of the strongest fucking things you can do after you've been hurt, right? It's like the bravest, strongest thing to still have a softness about you, to not be hardened by pain, but to allow it to strengthen your ability to love and care for somebody, right? And to keep that hope alive inside of yourself, knowing that somewhere deep down you always knew there was something for you, right? You always knew there was something for you. And I feel like you're manifesting it because you're giving love to yourself, you're caring for yourself. The more you care for yourself, the more this comes in, right? The more your counterpart like responds, right? In Christianity, they call them your kingdom spouse, right? And in astrology, we call it twin flames because it's, but I mean, if you don't know much about twin flames, I recommend looking it up, right? Twin flames themselves can be kind of back and forth, but I feel like where you're at, like, in your journey is in the energy of that surrender, right? And that's really what the whole twin flame journey is about, is once you reach a point where you're able to surrender and connect, right? Because if you're not ready to connect, then there's going to be a lot of push and pull, because if you don't feel like you're actually ready for your divine counterpart, it can be overwhelming. So when you're ready for it, it's there, right? There's a sense of surrendering to it, because deep down, this is what you actually want, right? This is what you actually keep your hope alive for, regardless of what you say to other people. There's a sense of still kind of wanting it. Even if you're not actively pursuing it, that's actually the best way to find it, right? By accident. Pardon me. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you. Namaste. I love you guys, and I will catch you later.